So your second point is a regenerative feedback system. So regenerative feedback system is what? Simply we are adding the feedback to the input signal. Okay, so R of S is your input signal which is given as an input to the error detector. This is your error detector or adder block. Okay, the output of adder block is given to the G of S block. Okay, and the output of G of S block is nothing but your output. Okay, and which is denoted as a C of S block. So regenerative feedback system is what? You are adding means we are using here plus sign. Okay, adding the feedback path. Feedback path is nothing but it is connected between the output to the input. So this path is connected from output to the input. Okay, but we are adding here, so this is called as a regenerative feedback system. Your feedback block is denoted as a H of S, right? So this figure is what? Of what? Regenerative feedback system. Okay, so to find the transfer function, regenerative feedback system. Okay, so transfer function is what? It is a Laplace transform of output to the Laplace transform of input at initial condition considered as 0. Okay, so from this block you will have the output as a C of S and the input as a R of S. So simply you have to find the transfer function in the form of C of S to the R of S form, right? So to find the output, okay, let's first understand how the signal will come. Okay, so this is your regenerative feedback system. Okay, this is your feedback path H of S. Okay, this is your input signal R of S, which is in the form of positive. Okay, this is your feedback path. So for having regenerative feedback system, you are adding a feedback to the system, right? So output of error detector will given to the input as a G of S block. Okay, so output of a G of S block is a term as a total output of your feedback system. So that is nothing but C of S. Okay, so by the rule of takeoff point, okay, here by the rule of takeoff point rule is what? Say suppose here is a signal is coming, right? So this signal will come as output to this path as a like this, right? So this here the C of S is coming as an input to this takeoff point as an input signal. Okay, so here the C of S coming as an input to your H of S block, right? So the H of S block and the C of S will get multiplied, and after that H of S block you will get output as a H of S into C of S. Okay, so these two signals H of S, C of S and R of S, these two signals are coming to the error detector as an input signal. Okay, so this will add these two signal. Okay, so here you will get as a R of S in the positive form, that is R of S. Okay, and this second signal is also having a positive sign, so that is why we are using here positive, and this will get add with the input signal as H of S into C of S. So after the error detector you will get output as a R of S plus H of S into C of S. Okay, so this whole signal coming as a input signal to your G of S block, right? So this signal will get multiplied with g of s block, and after the g of s block you will get output as a g of s into r of s plus h of s into c of s, right? So at this point you will get output as a g of s into bracket r of s plus h of s into c of s. Okay, so this whole signal come as a output after this g of s block, so c of s is your output, and that will compare with this whole signal as a g of s into bracket r of s plus h of s into c of s. Okay, now by simplifying this equation you will get as c of s is equals to g of s, because this g of s will get multiplied first with this r of s, so that is why here coming as a g of s into r of s. Okay, the plus sign is as it is. Okay, now this g of s is again multiplied with this h of s into c of s. Okay, so you will get it as g of s into h of s into c of s. Okay, now your transfer function what says, it is output, that is nothing but output signal is your c of s to the input, right? So here it is your output term and here it is your input term. Okay, again the second output term is present also over here, right? So for simplify this equation you will get it as c of s minus, because this whole term is taken as a LHS side, so you will get it as in the form of minus, right? So g of s into h of s into c of s, which is equals to this term is, take it as over here as it is, right? So g of s into r of s. Okay, so by taking this c of s common, okay, taking c of s as common term, so c of s, if you are taking as a c of s is common, so will remain into bracket as a here 1 minus this term will remain with this c of s. Okay, so g of s into h of s is equals to this term is, take it as it is. Okay, so now your transfer function is what, c of s divided by r of s. So by solving this equation you will get it as c of s divided this r of s is coming as a denominator side of a c of s is equals to this term is, take it as a numerator to as it is, and divide by this term is coming to denominator to the g of s block, so it will come like this 1 minus g of s into h of s. So this is your transfer function of regenerative feedback systems.